Good morning, everyone. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this is our Chakra Yoga Flow Live. And good morning. I'm happy to see everyone. Feel free to say hello. And I've got some incense I'm about to light. Let's find a seated space to get started. As I said, feel free to maybe type in and say that you're here. And good morning. Wish I could have opened this before you all got here, but alas, that is not the case. All right. Let's, if you're new, this is a class where we share a practice that is integrated, working in elements of different energetic practices. Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga, meditation, of course, breath exercises, to feel out a space of balance. In the Hindu chakra system, there are 7 chakras. Chakras are considered to be wheels of energy that circulate and harmonize all of our different types of energy that flow through our bodies. And that their complete integration should complement one another, that our air will complement our fire, not send us into this super enraged flame, that our ground helps us reach into our air and our light for inner vision and higher seeking. I've been really feeling, because of the shift in the seasons, a little bit of that withdrawing and maybe a little bit less fire in my engine. And I know that that isn't true. I know that I still have fire. It's just going to relate to all of the others in a different way. Maybe not burn so hot, but it still burns. And I don't know if for some of you, as you approach fall and winter, do you notice a more sedentary, a more lethargic physical existence and a mental existence? And how do you start to build that awareness and give yourselves what you need for that balance and equilibrium? Not saying that you want the same energy that you have in the summer or the same energy that you had in your youth, but that your relationship to it complements the rest of your energies and helps you continue to combust and activate toward your vision and your purpose in life. Alrighty, let's just start in a comfortable seated meditative space. You could sit with your back against the wall, giving yourself further support, and that's a great way to start off, to kind of say, all right, I'm willing to accept support. And actually, I think if I move these are electronic candles, don't worry, I'm not going to burn myself. I'll go ahead and give my back all of that nice lifted support. Your legs could be out in front of you, or they could be crossed. And I think I'm going to go with a crossed space for myself. Feel a nice lift in the spine and let the wall give you that added support so that we don't have to activate or actualize or combust so much to start to embody that vision of that seated meditative space. Bring your awareness into the physical body. Perhaps you still need a few other adjustments, wiggles, squiggles, tucks, and nips. And we'll feel our breath. Realized I hadn't let my head rest on the wall. Not trusting that I could lean into that support, but now I'm allowing that to happen, and more ease. And ease in my activated space. Not strain. Invite ease into the jaw, the neck. upright and supported, reaching with ease. And as you feel the breath expanding in your upper back against the wall, bringing awareness to the volume and width and breadth of our breath, notice how you feel emotionally, sensation-wise. Is something dominant? Go with it, feel it, get to know it. And if it's feeling excessive, ask yourself, how could you keep some of it, but find a balanced space within yourself where you're not being carried away by that feeling? What do you need? Relax the diaphragm and we'll start to invite an abdominal breath, letting the belly expand and letting it retract on its own. Ride the waves and the wisdom of your breath. Let it inform you where there are areas that are super tight, and where the breath moves freely. Let's feel the very top of our head and envision the color white or lavender, violet, and see it wash through your whole being. Your true self, your soul, your spirit. When is the last time you spent time with your true self? Wholly, entirely washing through your arms, your fingers, your spine, your belly, your legs. Allow the eyes to open and envision a color indigo around your eye space, your whole field of vision. See everything outside of your eyes with a filter of that deep bluish purple. Abdominal breath. And then let that color saturate your entire body. Breathe the color. Your vision for yourself, your vision for the world. What we allow ourselves to see. What we activate through our sight. What we see truthfully. Then we'll arrive in this throat area and envision a color blue, whatever tint of blue comes to you. Feel that breath. Where is it moving freely in your physical being? Where is it restricted? Color blue in and out through the breath and saturate your whole body with this blue of our voice, our truth and our lies, what we let ourselves hear, the things that aren't true that we let in and hear, the things that are true that we let in and hear. Breathe it. Notice the areas of the body that resist the untruths or the truths in our breath. And we'll arrive in the center of the chest and feel the color green starting to emanate from the front of the chest to the sides of the chest and the back of the chest. Feel the breath touching that area as we breathe in and out, the color green, washing throughout our whole being. How much capacity we have for forgiveness, outside and in, understanding, outside and in. Saturate through your whole body. Feel the areas that are resisting forgiveness and understanding, and the areas where it moves freely. We'll arrive at the center of our belly and feel the color yellow. Let it glow outside and inside our entire being as we breathe. Your fire. Activation, motivation, combustion, power, and will. Yellow, saturate your whole being. Sending that activation up and down our whole being. Where is it getting stuck? Where do we not even let it in? Just get to know what's tired, what's heavy in our power, what's hyper-stimulated in our power. Are there areas where we've let our power just run wild? And areas where our power hasn't touched in a really long time? We'll arrive down in our hip girdle, around the pelvis, and feel the color orange. Breathe in and out your entire being, emanating through the front of you, behind you, around your sides, up and down. Bathe in your shade of orange. Our creative self, our sensual self, playful and free, fluid. Breathe. What is free? What's restricted? What feelings have we allowed ourselves to indulge in? What feelings have we locked away and said we don't want to be in it at all? Feel your breath touching or not touching those areas. And then arrive at the base of your tailbone, the soles of your feet. Allow the color red to glow throughout your entire physical being. See yourself emanating a color of red. Smell soil. And allow your breath to touch that color, to touch your root and your ground. What is the state of your ground? Is it sandy? Is it rock hard? Can you get footing there? Do you know what you are founded and rooted in? Breathe it. Feel it. Let your power touch it, no matter how much or how little. Let your forgiveness touch it. Let your voice and your truth get to mingle. And start to breathe as many colors that come to your mind. Where are you today? Maybe it's one or two. Maybe you feel a wonderful mixture of all of those colors together. Don't force. Don't fix. Just be. Let's gradually lengthen the arms up and let them rest on the wall. Soften the shoulders. Don't reach excessively. Can we feel our power? Feel connected and rooted without strain. Let the tummy breathe. What's the least amount of effort? Coming to trust our power, not having to force our power. Breath in, breath out. Arms open wide. Breathe. Soften in between the shoulder blades. Trust your heart. Feel your care. Don't let your power clench in between your shoulder blades. Let the back of your heart remain as open and free and soft. Left hand down and lengthen up and over through the right. Keep leaning against the wall. Invest in your foundation. Let the breath move freely. Maybe the body goes down further. Go with where the body will permit, not where your mind wants to force. Slowly coming back upright and over. Breath in, breath out. Feel this side. What does this side have to say? How is it interacting with our energies of truth, of light, of sound, of air and love and fire and power? And back to center. You want to come a little bit away from the wall. Find a comfortable cross-legged space. Hands to the knees, and we'll start to bow and flex. Feel the skin on the front of the body and the back of the body. Our physical body interacting on an energetic level. What is the pace that we're working? Feel your heart opening and opening. Opening in the front. Opening in the back. Feel the balance of the energy that's needed. How much of the entire spine wants to move. Feel the back of the neck and throat. Feel the front of the neck and throat. Feel your air moving within the windpipe all the way down into the lungs. Bringing the truth of air into our movement. That truth of forgiveness and kindness touching us from the inside out, touching our fire. Round the spine, breathing. Feel the back of your neck, the back of your tailbone. Feel the rooting and the truth. And lift the chest, thrust the chest up, pull the shoulder blades back, Open the front of you. Feel your fire space, your activation working upward, empowering ourselves to believe and wish this heart space to shine how it wants to shine. What is its capacity? Breath in, breath out. Beautiful. Let's lengthen the legs out in front of us. And start to just shake the legs up and down. Shake your soil. Toes and wrists, ankle rotations. Loosen it up. Breath in, reaching. Try to keep the arms as limp as they were against the wall. And forward fold and roll the spine up. Breathing in, shoulders soft. Exhale it forward, eyes open. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Round the spine, be soft. Exhale. Allow the body to move how it wishes. Rolling the spine up and forward. And see if we can keep going. Feel your engine and your will to keep going. Listen to your space of feeling and know if you're intensifying or leaning in too much in a certain feeling. What are we avoiding? What are we permitting ourselves to feel in certain areas of the body? Feel the throat, listening to our inner guide, our inner wisdom. Start to breathe out through the mouth. Hear the sound of your breath. The air is our heart space. Hear the air of your heart coming through your throat and your voice. We'll come forward and hold. Let your hands massage your feet or ankles. And if you wish to join, we'll have a few ohms here, hearing the vibration and letting the vibration flow. Feel it on a physical level, an earth level, the vibrations permeating. Rolling the spine up. Yes, I have a cat on my back. Let's twist the spine. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Feel your energy and activation to keep moving, to keep applying. And release and twist. Breath in. Breath out. Feel the base of the spine. Feel the pelvis. Where is the water? How is it complementing your fire? Your will to keep going. How fluid can we be in how we execute our will? And release. Are we willing to find new ways? Walk the feet in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Curve the spine. Inhale, lead and thrust the chest up. Reach, arms open wide, down, out in front of us. Curve the spine. How soft can we be? Lift it back up. Breathing in, feel your legs rooting into the earth, out to the side, down, out in front of us, and in. Good. Bring it back up. Breathe in. Om if you wish. Om. Can we feel the vibrations? What's happening as the body is heating, as the body is feeling activation and working? What do you need now? What is your wisdom? Open your eyes. See within. What is that wisdom telling you? Are you being kind to yourself? Do you need to slow down? What do you need to stay activated? Are you running out of fire? Change the tone. Change your voice. Now maybe close the eyes. Maybe whisper your own. And lift one leg out in front, other leg out in front. Breath in, forward fold, deep breath. Out the mouth. Feel your belly. Relax your fire. Notice your sensations, any glow of heat. Where in the body can we feel it? Is there an area where it's accumulating? How can you use your mind, your breath, your heart, and compassion to change and distribute that energy? What colors are you seeing? What chakras do they correlate with? Bringing ourselves up. I'm going to position my elbows down behind me. Legs can be together. Maybe you keep your legs bent. Let's see where we are. We're going to work the heart space, the upper chest. Breathe in and arch the chest up and drop the head back. Don't touch the floor. And round, as though you could bring the space in between the shoulder blades to the floor. And lift, thrust, and arch the back up. Where's the breath? Does it fit in your heart here? And round. Envision your breath. See it moving and filling and trying to seep into spaces. Feel your entire spine work together in arching and activation. Can this area move? What can we allow ourselves to feel in our heart space? Can we feel compassion? Are there new levels of intensity that we can release out of us, that we can draw into us? And hold. Breath. Lift. And bring ourselves back up. We'll cross the legs. If you can remember, cross the legs in the opposite, whatever leg wasn't on top last time. Hands to the knees. Rounding the spine, then send the chest to the right. Thrust the chest down and forward. Left. Round the spine back. So we're going to go around. In a counterclockwise, for me, it's counterclockwise direction. Take your time. Curving and rounding the spine. Reaching the spine forward. Gyrating around the tailbone. Moving the shoulders with fluidity. Rooted and fluid. How much of the body wants to correspond and flow? What areas can we feel? What are we feeling? All the way up the spine. Is it a clear conduit? Can you let the neck find its own natural rhythm, its own natural flow? Or is it getting a little clunky? Where do we notice a little bit of stiffness, where it's not naturally flowing? Try not to force. We're observing breath. And if you wish, using sound vibration to break up blockages. Breathe in. Can you relax your cheeks and your jowls and your lips? A few cycles with your eyes open, letting in that vision, letting go of control. And slow it down eventually until we come to a stop. Notice what we're feeling. Maybe a vibration, a hum just beneath the skin surface. Feeling that activation and stimulation in the body. That heat that is generated from within. Helping us activate toward our purpose, our vision for ourselves. And then we'll start to go in the opposite direction slowly. Feel bit by bit. Bit by bit. Taking your time. Feel that different flow, that different direction. Does your energy, does your creativity, does your sensuality connect in a different way here? Are we trying to impose the way things felt in the other direction, on this direction? Can we be willing to get to know ourselves and how we flow here? Get to learn ourselves here. Breathe. Relax the fingers. Relax your rib cage. Let your rhythm start to find its own pacing. Soften your nostrils. Soften the neck. Try to let that spiral come all the way up and into the neck. Let go of control. Notice your perception through the eyes. Are we getting a little dizzy? Are we woozy? Is it just unfamiliar? Good. Close the eyes as we go. Now try not to control your gyration and just feel This balancing. Feel the continuity of energy. Don't try to control it. This is you going with the flow of you today. Feel the hips, feel the waist, your core, your chest, your heart, your shoulders, your arms. This is you, your neck moving, your jaw, your eyes, your ears, the top of your head. And we'll slow it down, coming to a stop out in front of us. Breath in, breath out. Rolling the spine up. We'll take our time and make our way to hands and knees. And we'll shift back into child's pose, coming into the earth, folding into ourselves, feeling our physical being, feel your breath being. What is the dominant color coming into your mind? Where in your body? Breathe in as we come forward. Tuck the toes, lifting the hips down dog, releasing the top of the head down. Feel your entire spinal column. Shifting it forward to plank. Feel your heat. Go into down dog when you're ready. And we're all going to find our own pacing. You might want to have your knees down. Of shifting forward, feeling our fire, and not overspending our fire. Lifting up and letting the head go. Back and forth. Fire to surrender. Fire to faith and belief. Fire to change of perspective. Inviting seeing things differently. Inviting our own fluidity. We'll come forward and lay down on our bellies. Reaching the arms out in front of us. And then walk the hands in, keeping the arms straight, lifting and lengthening from the low belly through the center of the chest upward, shoulder blades back, breath. Fill up from within on the breath. Where is your body inviting the breath to expand? Making room for new possibility, for understanding and coming to know. Feel what coming to know feels like in your hips. Feel the invitation to come to know in the front of the chest. Are we feeling a collapsing feeling, or are we feeling an open and invited feeling? If you wish, you could walk the hands in a little further. Feel the support that you're getting from these arms. How sturdy and secure do they feel? Are you pushing beyond that sturdiness? Chest up, shoulders down, fluidity. Let yourselves flow within the structure that we have. Feel your heat building. Feel the will to stay. The heat of doing. The heat of the activation of mind and body. Tilting chin up and down. Breath. Left and right. What's moving freely in this neck? What can we do to invite ease, sensual feeling in the neck, and neck rotations? Breath, voice, change direction, nostril breathing. And lower it down. Walk the hands back, pressing our way up to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Breath in. Exhale it forward. Inhale it up. Exhale forward. Now just keep finding your pace. Maybe that means take a pause. We're checking in on our fire. We all have a different need in our fire. Maybe we don't know. Maybe we need to explore a few different pauses in a space of fire, a few pauses in a space of cool. Checking out where are the limits of the edges. The edges of our will to keep going, of our will to feel, of our will to be kind and nice, to say something kind and loving to ourselves, to the world right now. Feel a space of non-forgiveness in our body, and how do we loosen that? What are we being non-forgiving about right now in our lives, and how are we embodying that? Do we want to keep wearing that? Do we want to keep having that occupy a space in our bodies? Can we imagine being free of that non-forgiveness? How do we feel forgiveness within ourselves? Maybe we just need a little bit more dose of forgiveness in ourselves, laying ourselves down, arms out in front of us. We're going to lift arms, legs, chest. Inhale and exhale, and repeat. Inhale and exhale. Slowly taking our time, feeling our core become our root, standing in our will and our strength, in how much our body has to give us, how much our spirit has to give us. Learn something about your power here. Learn something, back off, and intensify. How does the body respond? How does your breath respond? How do you create a nice equilibrium where they're all working together? Where the breath provides a little bit of space for that truth. Where the space in the heart and in between the shoulder blades adds to the lift. Where the legs help us lift some of the weight off of our journey. And our belly is our feeling space. Soften the back of your body. Tighten the front of your body. How much can the front of us be our base? our shield, our strength. And release when you're ready. If you have a few more in you, by all means, explore it, feel it. Feel the wrap around energy, around the waist, around the chest. Feel yourselves as a column of energy. Bring the hands back, pressing our way up to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, lift the hips down, dog. Tilt the tailbone up and down. Ready, shifting back and forth. Maybe change the width of your feet if you want to experience the movement and the fire with a different base. Are we willing to play around and change our base? Testing out how sturdy do we stand? What else do we need to call forth to give us some help, some assistance in our foundation? Maybe the wrists are tired. Do you want to use fists or knuckles? Do you want to be on your forearms instead? And forward and lower through. Hands behind our back, find an interlace, or just grab your wrist. Hold here, just relax. Being willing to bare our heart, to root into the whole front of us. Feel the weight of the head. Release the weight of the shoulders and the activity in the shoulders and the chest. Soften the belly. And lift the wrists, straightening the arms as best you can. Keep the head down. Breathe. What's opening? What's fighting? What's tensing? And how do you glow some kindness here? How do you invite it in for yourself and feel yourself receive it? Soften around where we are mentally. Let the breath enter. Give yourselves permission to feel. Releasing the arms. Pressing our way back to child's pose. So maybe knees are wide, maybe knees are together. We'll come forward to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, lift the hips down, dog. Breath in. Exhale, left knee down. Step the right foot up. Breathe in as you lift the chest up, staying on that left knee. Hands down. Step the left foot up. Roll the spine up. Pay attention to your back side of the body. Invite supple feeling. Breath in. Reach, maybe eyes open. Exhale, forward fold. Half flat back. Breath in. Stepping that right leg back. Bringing that knee down. Root, rise. Inhale, feel your energy. Is your engine overfiring and knocking yourself over? Step the left foot back. Feel the state of your base and your structure. Exhale, lower. Chin and chest first. Feel your heart in contact with the floor, with the earth. Touch the earth with your chest. And slide the belly forward. Breath in. Lift the chest to the heavens. Hips down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Right knee down. Step the left foot up. Breathe in. Maybe sink down in the hips. Hands down. Step the right foot up. Trying to stay continual now. Rolling the spine up. We're all going to have our own pace. Breath in, reaching, feeling ourselves keeping going. Exhale, forward fold. Half flat back, breath in. Hands down, step the left leg back. Maybe it's a little longer this time. Inhale, notice how we're moving. Can we become more fluid? Can we stay committed in our fire? Step the right knee back. Lean the chest forward, gradually pinning elbows against the ribs. Chin and chest in contact with the mat. What are we feeling? What's stuck? What's open? Slide the belly forward. Inhale, chest up, elbows bent. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, left knee down. So we're just going to keep going, alternating. Feel out how fluid, how rooted, how invested in our activation are we? Are we controlling or are we letting the energy just flow, letting the body move in its own natural pacing? And observing and feeling ourselves as we are in acceptance of where we are. What is the body saying today? What is our spirit saying today? Can we meet ourselves where we are and perhaps start to do this cycle? Eyes closed. Meeting ourselves on a space of sensation and emotion and acceptance. I'm going to go through this next cycle in silence. Good. We're going to go through 2 more cycles. Maybe you're playing with eyes open or closed now and again. See if you can scan through your awareness of going through this in a faith and belief soul level. In an insight and inner wisdom level. On a sound, vibration, truth level. on an air, kindness, unconditional love level. From an activated, empowered level. From a sensual, creative, fluid level. From a secure, safe, grounded level. Are you wishing to slow down or stop? Do you still have power? Are you running out of it? What do you tend to do when your power is depleting? What compensates? What starts to tell lies? How does our loving kindness space help us? Do we know how to give ourselves what we need? Who gives you what you need when you are overusing your own power? How do you build that awareness and start to empower yourself to give yourselves what you need? Do we believe that we need rest? Are we arguing with ourselves right now? Stepping to plank, holding and being with ourselves where we are, whatever plank is yours. Feel the balance between your air and an open heart. No tension across your whole chest, the back of your chest, under the armpits. Let your voice flow freely in your neck. Your eyes, no intensity, with ease. Hips, legs, stable but not clenching. Freely flow and exchange from the top of the head, through the neck, through the shoulder blades, down the whole spine, through the belly. Come to child's pose when you are ready. Who tells you when you are running out of gas? Let your heart space help you here. Let your voice and your wisdom help you here. Stay or go to child's pose when you're ready. You could flip the palms up, feeling a different exchange of energy in the forearms. Now I'll invite us to come up to sitting on our knees or heels. If this isn't comfortable, just sit on your butt. Our knees and hips, we're all have different things having gone on with them, but if you can be, I'll turn the side views here a little bit, on the tops of the ankles, you could stretch out the top of the feet, letting the body weight sink over the hips or above the hips. We'll bring the left arm under, right arm over, and just creep the fingertips toward the midline. And then test in on your capacity to get a bigger arm hug of yourself, bigger armful of you. And then feel the space in between the shoulder blades, stretching and expanding with your breath. Growing tall through the spine, make room for more breath, for the healing of our breath. Single Om here, feeling the vibration in between these shoulder blades. Breath in. We'll twist, breathe. Keep growing tall, keep twisting. What are we feeling? What areas are stopping, restricting? What areas are super free? What is our capacity to twist and move and rise in our heart here? To continue to apply ourselves here. Are we using our will or are we at war? Switching gradually to the other side. What's different? What wants to move here? What doesn't? Can everything work together? Our root, our water, our fire. Front of the chest, back of the chest, front of the throat, back of the neck. Growing tall through the back of the neck, through the top of the head. Gently release. Lift the elbows up, 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 up. And we'll release the arms, reach them back behind us. Find an interlace or hold a strap and feel the front of the chest opening. Tucking the chin down, stretching the back of the neck upward, allowing the breath to freely move through the front of the rib cage. Wherever breath finds space to go, let it in. Let it in. Feel yourself giving permission. Feel yourself not giving permission. What is going on? And we'll release the arms and child's pose. And we'll bring ourselves back up, opposite arm direction. If we remember. For me, it's left on bottom, right on top. If you need to come out of those calves, that compression on the calves, lift up for a bit. You could even do it right here. Give yourselves what you need. Feel yourself sending that compassion and understanding through the body, not suck it up. Feel the air in between the shoulder blades. Is there more room now? Is there less room now? Is it a different kind of room? Single Om, let the vibration massage you from the inside out. Twisting to the left. You can stay up if you like. I'm going to come on back down. Breath, shoulder blades down, back of the neck growing tall. How can you stay and still find ease? How can you stay and find your fire? What's the relationship your ease and your fire have together? Your will, not war. Are you still twisting? Did you stop? Are you forgiving yourself or are you forcing something? And other side. No rush. And release to center. Lift the elbows. Make space for your breath. Making space for your love. Have the will to stay and feel what's going on. Have the will to feel surrender. Feel the strength in surrendering. And release. We'll bring the hands back behind. Maybe change the interlays. Thrusting the chest up, wrist down, chin down, and the neck back and forth. Whatever you feel inspired to do. For spaciousness and mobility and freedom of expression right here. How much could be expressed right here? In kindness, in forgiveness. Good. Maybe come up and over to child's pose, maintaining the clasp or no. Let the breath fit into your chest. Let it represent your capacity to let love in. And we'll let the arms go if you had them. And we'll bring the spine up. And we'll come to sitting. Lengthening the left leg. Cross the right ankle above the left knee. And see about threading your fingers in between each of your toes. Notice the range of stimulating sensation that you're feeling with the fingers in between the toes. And then we'll wake up the feet a bit, massaging, flexing the toes back and forth. Maybe close the eyes and notice a color, a sensation. What is being revealed about your ground, your root, the root of your body? And then ankle rotations, loosen that soil. What are we learning about how the bones and the tendons have been carrying the weight of our body? Carrying it step by step by step, maybe by stumble, change direction. Maybe om. Free the fingers out. Give deliberate touch and intention to each toe and in between the toes, as much of the flesh in the digits of it. Feel sensation radiating. Follow that radiation. Feel the different kind of textures of that. Massage into the bottom of your foot. Feel the amount of energy and pressure that you are applying. Are your hands reflecting the kindness and the kind person you are into your own flesh, into your own root? Are there sections of the foot that aren't relaying a sensation at all? Are they numbed or deadened? It is a part of your body. You know it is alive. How do we wake it up on a sensation level? And then maybe stimulate the feet. You could massage the shin or calf. Wake it up. And then we'll find the other side, no rush. Thread the fingers in between each toe. Whew. I'm just going to settle here without much movement. Just soaking up what's going on. Letting it tell me. It said slow down, so I'm slowing down. If you want to do the bowing and flexing here, go ahead. I think I'm going to do some holds in one direction. Feeling it slow releasing and back. What's waking up? What's saying yes to movement? What's saying no? Types of movement, types of sensation. Good, I'm going to do my ankle rotations. Woo. Feel the bones in your ankles. Give them the gift of your attention. So many bones working together to bear the weight of our journey. How do they hold us? How have they carried us so far? Changing direction if you haven't already. And we'll free the fingers out. Each toe. Give each toe some care and some caress. And listen back to what they have to say. In between the toes. Both sides of each toe. Deliver sensation and receive the information back. Ooh. Then massaging into the arches. My arches have been feeling really strained. Realizing I'm wearing a lot more closed-toe shoes now. Really more barefoot in the other seasons. And so there's a lot of restriction and that tension of being enclosed. So this is just waking up a more vibrant awareness in my feet. And then when you're ready, let's wake those up. If you want to massage your calf, your Achilles tendon. When you give touch in a certain area and it has a sharp reaction, spend some time with it. What's going on? Not to fix it, just say, let's have a conversation. Use your breath. Send that breath for that wisdom to come back to you after you've given it some kindness with the breath. Right. I'm going to make a loose circle with the thumbs connecting in with the index finger. And relax the flesh of the leg. So you don't have to have the ankles strained or stressed. Nice and limp. And we're just going to percuss up the sides of the legs. All the way to the buttocks and low back. And then back. Let your flesh jiggle. Let your ankles jiggle. Feel all the way to the bone level. Shock waves of impact and vibration and sensation. Tingles and tickles. Vary the amount of pressure for each strike. Maybe alternate. Get into the low back if you can. Breath. Soften your chest and shoulder as you go. Feel your power on yourself. Change and vary how much energy you're putting into it. But you're still going. Want to widen a little. Inner thigh. Down to the calf. Ankle. A percussive gong. What do the calves have to tell you? How much tension have they been holding? Have they been doing more than the thighs? Stay with the energy that you're giving to yourself here. You're activating your own fire into your first chakra. Top of the thigh muscle. Relax the thigh muscle. Skip the knee joint. Top of the shin, not the bone part. Maybe the top of the foot. Wherever you like. See how much you're willing to let the flesh go and receive this stimulation, this earth shaking. Bare hand palm. Relax your organs to receive the percuss. Feel your heat. Maybe your arms are getting tired. How do you vary your pace to stay with it? Stay with your fire, your own motivation. What are we motivated to deliver here? Arms. Okay, underside of the arm. Other arm. Let the wrist go. Shake. Going to take like the karate chop of our hands and bring it to the back of the neck. Tuck the chin down. We'll start to pull down, slicing down with the karate chop as we pull the neck up. And repeat. Feel the neck receiving this pressure, this pull, this stretch. Maybe one at a time. As far down across the shoulders as you can. Shake it out. Shake the wrists. I'm going to invite us to lie down on our back. You can either have a cushion or a rolled up blanket in like a nice cylinder, kind of like rolled up like a yoga mat. Or you can use a block. We're going to do a supported fish. And in that supported fish, I will be talking us through a guided meditation. So make yourself as comfortable as possible. I'm going to use this shape of a block instead of that block. I'll bring us into the upper back. If you're using the pillow or the rolled up blanket, bring it up against your butt, your low back, and just lie down on the length of that support structure. Or bring the smaller item into the upper chest, isolating our heart space to be supported in a lift and the head finding a space to rest. Now, if your head is too high in the block, you could get your rolled up blanket and make a little pillow for some added support for your head. No strain on the neck, arms open. Open and free and uninhibited. If you would like the bottoms of the feet together, knees open, go ahead. Your legs could be straight. It's up to you to choose a position for stillness within an open-hearted surrender. Feeling the very front of your chest, your heart's longing, your heart's desire, your heart's truth. Feel the breath interacting with the back of the spine, Let the breath find spaces to make room, to be invited. Invite the breath through your heart. Embody all of the characteristics of this space. Anahata. Let the motivations in life give you the energy and the courage to walk through life with your heart open. Understanding. Caring. Compassionate. Forgiving. Any area in your body experiencing intensity right now, send it your intention of kindness, understanding. Any area that feels restrictive, tentative, send it love. Ask that area to receive love. Feel it receiving love. Breathe love. If it becomes too intense to remain in this heart-lifted space, ease your way off and position into Shavasana, lying in a resting space. Receive understanding. Breathe understanding in your entire being. Allow all of your energies to support one another. The red blending into the orange. Blending into the yellow. Blending into your green. Into your blue. Into your indigo. Violet. Pure light. Breathe pure light. Sharing only love. Deserving love. Pure love. Invite simple movement. Be in no rush, no jarring movements to bring yourselves upright to a seated state. Maybe return to how we began, with our backs using the wall structure as support, reflecting on receiving support, asking for support, not just giving support. Feel your whole body receiving the support for vision, for voice, for belief, for understanding, support in our will and our power, support in our ability to be fluid and resilient. Envision yourselves receiving that support. Feel how it feels in your mind's eye, accepting it, soaking it up. It's a power unto itself, so that we can continue to move toward our vision within the strength of ourselves and the strength of our support. Hands to the heart center if you wish. All that is love and light in me recognizes that very same space in you. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this has been our Chakra Yoga Flow this Sunday on October 25. Namaste. Thank you all so much. If you're wanting to know more about chakras, please feel free to look it up. Look up Hindu chakras, or you can go to justbeyoga.com for various blog posts about chakras. We've been donation-based for 10 years. We hope to be able to continue to offer open-source yoga for anyone who wants to join us live or on demand. So if it's in your heart or your pocket to give a donation, go to paypal.me/justbeyoga. I'm deeply honored to be able to share the depth of my practice with you. Please go forth and share your practice with the world. Namaste.